Alright, so in part 2 I showed you I left a little gap, but I didn't tell you how big of a gap. I left a total of 10 stitches unworked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, since I already have my chain 1, skip that stitch, go into the next stitch, and I'm going to half double crochet 2 together. So there's that. And then you're going to check your stitches to make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to half double crochet, and that makes 3, that makes 4, 5, and then you're going to half double crochet these next 2 together, and 6. Then you can chain 1 and slip stitch into the first stitch. And there you go. Now you're going to start the next row / round by chaining 1 and doing a half double crochet in the first stitch. So now you're going to half double crochet in each half double crochet, and then you're going to do a half double crochet in the chain 1 space. Just like that. And you're going to do that all the way around, all the way back to the very beginning. And I'll see you there. Alright, after you've slip stitched that last round together, you're going to chain 2, you're going to grab your scissors, and you're going to snip it, and you're going to tie off. So now what you want to do is you're going to make a chain. And you're going to make a chain of 100 or 120, depending on how long you want your chain. Your chain should look like that. So go ahead and make your chain as long as you want. I'm going to do about 120, and I'll show you guys what to do next. Alright, once you've decided on how long you make your chain, you're going to set your chain aside. You're going to string that through those holes a little later. Now, I'm going to weave in that end in a little bit, but what you're going to want to do is those 6 stitches, that's how wide your strap is going to be. So what you're going to do is you're going to create your slip knot. And you're going to go back to wherever. You don't have to put it right where you just ended, but I'm going to. So slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1, chain 2, go into the next stitch, and double crochet. So let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm doing my strap 7 stitches wide. You can go one more if you want, but I wouldn't go over 8. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, turn your work, double crochet in each double crochet across. And then you're going to double crochet in that chain 2 space, your beginning chain 2, that counts as a double crochet. Now the reason why you chain 2 instead of chaining 3 when you go to do the strap is if you chain 3, your strap is going to be too loose on the sides, so it's not going to want to stay, it's going to stretch really far. So what you're going to do is you're going to do about 15 to 20 rows of double crochet for your strap. So go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how to attach the other end of your strap. Alright, once you have your strap done, I did 25 rows, so I did about 5 more than I suggested. You're going to cut a fairly decent length, and you're going to fasten off. So you have a nice long tail. Now here's where those little ridges come in handy. Now this is a dark bag, so I highly doubt you guys can really see it. But what I'm going to show you what to do anyways. What you're going to do is you're going to grab a needle and you're going to thread your yarn, and you're going to line your strap up with those little ridges. And for me, I like to turn my bag upside down so I can see a little better. So I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna go into the front loop, but I'm not gonna catch just that loop, I'm gonna catch the second front loop too. And for the first one, pull through, and I go back through that stitch, back through the first one. Now you're just pretty much going to whip stitch. So you're going to take your next stitch, you're going to go into the next loop, the next front loop, and you're going to get the partnering loop that's in the double crochet, and you're going to stitch it closed, just like that. And you're going to go into the next stitch, and you're going to do the same exact thing. Now when you get to the last stitch, you're going to do what you did with the first stitch, and you're going to go back into it a second time before you fasten off. And you're going to make sure to double knot it, just to make sure that it doesn't come undone. And then you're going to weave in your tail, and then that's it. Your bag is done. All you have to do now is put your strap in through the little holes, and you're done. Alright, so that completes the entire 3-part series of the mini crocodile stitch bags. And like I said, you can get at the very least 2 of these bags out of 1 cake of Mandela yarn. These 2 are from the exact same little cake, and look how different they are. I mean, everything, even the bottom of them, is different. This one's blue, this one's dark gray, this one's dark gray all the way to a light blue, even down to the strap. And this one's white all the way to gray, even with the strap. Completely different, but they're from the same exact cake. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this 3-part tutorial. I'm sorry I sounded kind of really off in the tutorial. I'm still pretty sick. Actually, my whole family is still pretty sick. This cold just doesn't want to go away. So our throats are sore. It just really doesn't want to go away. But I'm trying to get these tutorials out to you. I'm trying to keep up with making videos for you guys. So I'm going to ask you guys to, because I know I don't ask you that often, like my videos, share them. Well, I know I ask you guys that quite a bit, but what I'm about to ask you next, I don't ask that often. I'm still trying to save up for a wheel. I want to be able to share that experience with all of you. So if you guys want to help out, go right down to the GoFundMe link that'll be in the description box and donate any amount. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $2, any little bit helps. Again, cold. It doesn't want to go away. But also, if you buy something from my Etsy shop or you go and you place an order on the Facebook page, all of that money will go straight to funding for the wheel, so that I can share my experience with you guys on that and hopefully teach you guys a little bit of how to do it. I'm really excited for how this is going to go. It's going to still take quite a while because I've got a lot on my plate. I've got to not only make tutorials for you guys, but I've got to keep up with making little projects for my local farmers market that'll be coming up in a couple months. So my schedule might shift a little bit then. But I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite little bag to make? So go ahead and leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite little bag is to make, and maybe tell me your thoughts on the bag tutorial that I just showed you guys. So, alright, happy hooking everyone! Again, this thing hates me. It really does.